Hey, I'm Logan Christopher, CEO and co-founder of Lost Empire Herbs. At Lost Empire, we like to focus on this idea of performance herbalism, that you can perform better at life, whether that's the boardroom, the bedroom, in the gym, wherever else you want. If you want your stress or your sleep to be better, there are some herbs that can help you do that. Let's talk about some today.
Pine Pollen versus Tongkat Ali. Fight! Hey, it's Logan Christopher from Lost Empire Herbs, and today I'm talking about two of our very most popular herbs, Pine Pollen versus Tongkat Ali. These are some of our most popular herbs, and we're well known for really helping support the hormones in the human body. These are two of the best herbs out there for that function, in my opinion. They work a bit differently though. Pine Pollen. And Pine Pollen comes in different formats. We have the megadose powder version here, the tincture, the capsules. Tongkat Ali, we have capsules and the powdered extract here. So Pine Pollen is working. It actually has testosterone, DHEA, and some other human hormones in it, along with gibberellins, steroids, some of these novel plant sterols that are probably actually doing much more of the heavy lifting than the testosterone itself. Testosterone, those hormones, those human hormones, coming in at very minuscule amounts. Then looking at this reductionistically in science, they say, oh, that can't possibly have an effect, but it is having an effect, and that's because there's so much else going on that we may not be looking at and measuring specifically. So Pine Pollen, it has this hormonal signature, and then tons and tons of other vitamins, minerals, amino acids, antioxidants, various nutrients around it, goes in the human body and seems to help the body support itself in testosterone production. And one of the main things about it, it really seems to be helping to actually detox the xenoestrogens, the various endocrine disrupting chemicals that get housed in our body. That's a hard thing to measure, but that seems to really be happening with the Pine Pollen. It's really good for helping to support the body in that way. Contrast that to Tongkat Ali. Tongkat Ali does not have any testosterone or any hormones itself in there, but it seems to be able to go into the human body and help upregulate the production of testosterone and the other helpful sex hormones, and in addition keep them freely available. So there's difference between total and free testosterone. One of the big factors there is the sex hormone binding globulin. Tongkat Ali may have some help in getting rid of or getting the sex hormone binding globulin out of there, so it keeps that testosterone freely available, so it's more able to exert its anabolic action in the body. It may also be helping with limiting aromatization, which is the transfer of testosterone into estrogen, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but too much of it certainly is, especially for guys, but even for women as well. Women need testosterone too, so each of these herbs can help for the ladies as well as the men. So which one is better? It's a hard question to answer. I see, one thing we can say is that if you are looking for directly supporting the testosterone, for boosting that, then the Tongkat Ali and the Pine Pollen tincture are going to be your friends, and many of our customers do combine these. These are much stronger than just the Pine Pollen powder by itself. The Pine Pollen powder does seem to help, but I kind of see the Pine Pollen itself as more of a food, more supporting the hormones, whereas the Pine Pollen tincture, because the alcohol draws out those hormones and delivers them to your body, bypassing digestion, it's a little bit better at delivering that and directly boosting the testosterone. So these are a bit stronger for that, and this can help more a bit in the background, but it's also more sustainable. So I'm often myself taking the Pine Pollen powder, but not so much the tincture or the Tongkat Ali. Feel at this point in my life these are a bit too strong for me. Many of our customers will take these together and this as well. You have to find what works for you. If you really need some major testosterone support, try all these together and you may just find it. But be careful with that as well. I've definitely had some experiences where I felt my testosterone was going too high, increasing libido too much, sort of negative side effects like that, right? So just be careful with this stuff. So that's a little bit about them. They are absolutely great, working on different functions. One person may find Tongkat Ali works better for them and Pine Pollen not so much, or vice versa. And some people will find they work both together. Really, you're going to ultimately have to play with it and find what works for you. Besides a few people having allergies to the Pine Pollen itself, There's not a whole lot of side effects besides it being too strong for many people in these herbs, but everyone is different, so try them out. See what works for you. We got a lot more details on these over at the website, lostempireherbs.com. One thing about these is the Pine Pollen is going to be a bit cheaper of a supplement, especially in the lower dose format than the Tongkat Ali, but approximately somewhere around the same price too, so around $40 for these, and from our smaller bag, $20 up to $80 for the mega dose here, and the capsules and tinctures being in the $30 range besides that. So check out these different products. A lot more details at lostempireherbs.com. Like I said, there's no saying one is better than the other. Really depends on what you're going for and what is going to work individually best for you.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And if you're not watching this on lostempireherbs.com, head on over there. You'll find a wealth of information, a lot more information about all these herbs, helpful herbal quiz that can guide you in the right direction, and so much more. So check it out, lostempireherbs.com.